when you are in a place and you maintain godliness, people become discouraged to do evil and they become encouraged to do good. And it has nothing to do with their salvation status. It's just because there is a salt in that place. Jesus says, you are the salt of the earth. You are planted into places to preserve. Now, if that young boy did not shack up and get drunk and misbehave and die, who knows? Maybe in 5 years' time you'll be saved. Who knows? Maybe in 10 years' time somebody will preach to him and he'll become born again. But because there was nobody to at least preserve him, some of us don't consider this important. That your saltiness is your good conduct. It's how law-abiding you are. And people are watching you. They are watching how law-abiding you are. They are watching how you treat your wife. They are watching how you treat your children. They are watching how you treat your workers. They are watching everything. And everything you do becomes either a preservation for them or more destruction for them. You will not know. Again and again, people have come to me and told me, we have been watching you. We have been watching you and your wife. We have been looking at the way you do these things. Somebody says, I have been following you from afar. I've been watching and studying you. The ministry of preservation. Because you are in the room, people become discouraged to say foul languages. I think the year is 2008 now, if I'm correct. I was emboldened by a friend. I met this friend and I told him I had a girlfriend. I'd never had sex with her in any way. Or I wasn't born again and I had a girlfriend. So I was speaking to this, my friend, and I said, I'm thinking, should I go ahead with this or not? And my friend, who was meant to know better, said, if you remove Christianity from the matter of sex, said then, what is wrong? What else is wrong with it? And when he said those words, my conscience became emboldened to do it. I became strengthened. I was ready. So on this fateful day, the young lady came. I was on 100 level. It was the resumption period. Only a few students are around. And she was in the room. Some of my other friends who are ungodly friends, they are like, hey, and they were so happy and so glad that I was stepping up into their level. Meanwhile, there was a young man that lives beside my room who at that time was not yet in school. All of the time they were hailing me and praising me. The guy was not back. Now, this guy was at that time very devout Christian. Several times I see him pray. I see him reading his Bible. I see him studying. And even though I was unwilling to walk that road, every time I see him, he registers a measure of preservation for my soul. Even though I wasn't saved, it was until about a year later before I was saved. But the mere fact that there was somebody around me who was studying and reading and seeking God and living godly, it wasn't the best. It wasn't even 100%. Because this guy, when he gets angry, everybody knows he's angry. But then the mere fact that he had a God consciousness, it registered a preservation for my soul. And that night, I had already made up my mind. I knew what I was going to do this night. This thing, people have been talking about today, even me go chop am. But that night, for one reason or the other, I don't know how God just did it. This young man just came from home. And do you know that? By just seeing his face, he didn't say anything to me. He did not advise me. He did not rebuke me. He said nothing at all. Immediately, I set my eyes on him and I saw him. Do you know that my preservation was restored? I was still there in sin, but at least I was preserved from executing the evil I had planned to do. That's the power of salt. I'm not sure if I ever told him. I'm not sure if he ever knew, but he delivered my soul from death. He didn't see anything. But the life he lived, the mere fact that he was present in the room, was all the preservation I needed. So you may not know it yet, but your presence in the room, your presence in that office, your presence in that class is doing a lot. Your presence may be the only last lifeline that is remaining for somebody to go wayward totally. The mere fact that he sees you every day, his conscience is still being weakened to do evil. And meanwhile, God forbid that one day you now messed up yourself and all the destiny attached to you. Everyone who has been hanging by a string, they are just one string away, one push away from destruction. God forbid that one day you not disappointed them with your life. And then they tell themselves, if this SU brother can even do it, then why am I troubling myself? And they became emboldened to go and do the evil they have been planning to do. The salt does its savor. The first contribution of the salt to the earth is preservation. Only if God had found 10 righteous men in Sodom, God was willing to save the entire land of Sodom for 10 people. That's a merciful God. I hope you know that just because of you, God can save a class. God can save a boss. That even though you have a spouse that is not born again, because you are a salt, you will still have the power to preserve his soul from destruction.